Join me. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to School Interaction series. And I'm so glad to be here once again. In Abuja, if you're in Abuja, I'm currently in Abuja, okay? And if we've been friends on social media for a while now, we've never really seen each other in person. We've never met in person. And you're in Abuja. This is a great opportunity for us to meet. Let's have a sit down, hang out. You know me, always interested in meeting people, most especially people have some interesting ideas and are looking for some kind of collaboration. So if you're in Abuja, I'm in Abuja right now. Let's meet up. So join me. If you can, if functionality for sharing this video, kindly just share the video. I know that because of the using currently, it might not be easy. You might not see the feature there. Candid, thanks for joining. You can help me share this video. To help me share the video to your sis or to some of your friends, their inbox. Let them join us. I want us to talk about, this is the second episode. I want us to talk about social chips. Okay. These are important topics, that I feel that they do not enough airplay where. Yeah. A lot of people are not proactively discussing these things, and it's one of the reasons why we find too many variety. It's one of the reasons why we find a lot of people whose experiences are negative experiences. Yeah, depression, heartbreaks, disappointments, loss, basically because we're not discussing these things enough. And we are also not really breaking it really in a way that people can, grasp it and be able to run with it. Okay, so, last Sunday was the year of the Sunday School Interaction series, and what the topic we treated was personal discovery and purpose discovery. And if you need the link to that broadcast, you can DM me and then I'll send it to you. Just go through my timeline, just scroll down, you'll see, from last Sunday. So yeah, the first thing I want to talk about. So like I said, today's Sunday School Interaction series is bordered upon social relationships. Okay, how that you need to be proactive, the cultivation of your social relationship. As you join, kindly just drop a comment in the comment section below, please. Let me know you're the one, because I see some people watching now. As you join us, let me know. So just join us. If there is a functionality of sharing here. So every Sunday, I'm going to be having this, okay? We're going to be having this every Sunday. Sunday School Interaction series, 11 a.m. Yeah? I'll try my best to ensure that it's not up to 1 hour. Let's say 30, 35, 40 minutes. We are done, okay? Except maybe there is question and answer. Of course, there's also supposed to be question and answer at the end of each episode. So if you have done, you can just ask it live here, and then I'll do my best to answer it. Yeah. Now, the first thing I want us to look at is self-worth. When it comes to your social relationships, it is pretty important that you approach every social relationship that you want to cultivate from the standpoint of your own self-worth. You see, if you do not define yourself, other people will misdefine it for you. Okay? If you are not proactively defining what your self-worth is, what's your worth? Yeah, what's your worth? Have you defined it? If you have never defined it, then nobody's going to take you seriously. Okay? Nobody's going to take you seriously. People are going to, treat you anyhow, going to, put their dirty feet on your heart, face, and do whatever they deem fit, because you are not defining your self-worth. And one of the practical ways you go about defining your self-worth is to, first of all, do what is self-evaluation. You need to evaluate yourself. You need to evaluate where you are right now. Self-evaluation has to do with, going back into your childhood. For instance, if you're maybe 32 years old or you're 27 years old, you have to evaluate yourself from your childhood. The first 10 years of your life is your childhood. What quality of life did you live in the first 10 years of your life? What quality of life did you live in the second 10 years of your life? The teenager decade. Yeah. Now you are 25. From 21 to 25, what quality of life have you lived? What are the events, the defining moments of your life so far? I mean, a lot of us have gone to school, yeah? So you went to primary school, you went to secondary school, you went to tertiary institution. Maybe some of us are teenagers, maybe we're just secondary school graduate, whatever. Wherever you are right now, you need to proactively do what is called self-evaluation. That is the only way you are going to be able to truly define your current self-worth, because you can't just say, I have what it takes to become whatever, to become a doctor. You can't just wake up and say, I have what it takes to become an engineer. I have what it takes to become a billionaire. It doesn't work that way. You have to succinctly evaluate your life history, your autobiography. You have to evaluate it. It is in the proactive evaluation of your life that you would be able to truly define where you currently are. It's just that simple. It's by proactively evaluating your life history so far. See, when you even do this, when you sit down to try to evaluate your life, you begin to even forgotten. And in the past, maybe something spectacular that you did in your primary school, something spectacular that you did in secondary school, maybe proactively sitting down to evaluate yourself, to evaluate your life, to evaluate your life history. You cannot all of a sudden remembering that, man, I have what? I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. That is what helps you to bring yourself to speed, bring yourself up to speed to your current worth. Now, after you have done the self-evaluation, the next thing you are going to do, as far as the components for self-worth, for analyzing your self-worth, is what is called resource evaluation, resource management. You want to find out what being has a dream. And if you have a dream, then it means that it is something you want to make happen sometime in the future. And the future can be tomorrow. The future can be next month. This future can be next year. It can be a decade from now. Yeah. Everybody has a dream. Now, if you say your dream and you do not try to measure your current resources, you don't define what actual resource you have, in order for you to know, okay, this is the resource I currently have. Okay, these are the resource I need. Yeah, you need to know the ones you have in order for you to be able to know the ones you need, because at the end of the day, it is on the back of the resources that you have that you are going to be able to power the manifestation of your dreams. Yeah. So self-evaluation, resource evaluation, or resource management are the two major components for the work here. Oh man. Those are the two major components for defining your self-worth. And the reason you need to find your self-worth is because every social relationships that you are going to need for whatever aspect of your life is going to want to relate with you only because of your worth. If they can't see your worth, if they cannot succinctly define your worth, how valuable you are, they're most likely not going to commit anything to you. They're not going to commit their time to you. They're not going to commit their intelligence to you. They're not going to commit their energy to you. They're not going to commit their other resources to you. If they cannot ascertain your value, if they cannot ascertain your worth. And I tell people that you don't wait for people to come and ascertain your worth. You are the one to, first of all, proactively define your worth, and then let them know, communicate your worth. Communicate your worth. But if you truly have not sat down to define it, there is no way you're going to communicate it. And even if you communicate anything, it's going to be a miss. It's not going to be accurate. Yeah. Now, once you know your worth, once you have defined your worth, it would impact what is called social intelligence. You need a well-curated social intelligence to be able to navigate the path of your existence. Because we are human beings are social animals. We are social beings. We are social animals. And if you don't have a well-upgraded, well-cultivated social intelligence, you are not going to be able to maximize the relationships that comes your way. You are going to be toying with them, playing with them, mismanaging the relationship that has the potential of taking your life from where it is right now to the next level. But because you have not proactively cultivated your social intelligence, you're going to meet somebody that can literally take your life from point A to point A plus, and you would mismanage it, you would toy with it, and it will cost you. It will cost you your next level. It will cost you progress. It will cost you advancement. Yeah, social intelligence is basically what is there's a brain intelligence that is called the interpersonal intelligence. There are 8 brain intelligences. Yeah, one of them is the interpersonal intelligence. It's in proactively cultivating that intelligence for the purpose of interacting with other human beings. Yeah, for optimal interaction with other human beings, where you are listening first. You are always trying to hear other people's thoughts, hear other people's opinions before you tell them your own opinion. You're always intentional about wanting to know people's pain. You want to know what they are going through. You want to know where they are right now. You want to know where they are going to. That's the only way you're going to be able to proactively interact with them in a way that they will appreciate. That is social intelligence. If you as an individual are not proactively cultivating your social intelligence, it simply means that you are not really going to initiate power networks. And without power networks, you can't do big things. For instance, without power networks, you cannot power a project that will cost $1 billion. Power networks. And you cannot cultivate power networks without cultivating your social intelligence. You can't cultivate power networks without cultivating social intelligence. You need to understand that per time, there is a social currency that you can leverage for moving to the next level. And it's not selfish. But you see, currency, the social currency is something that is cultivated intentionally. And most of us, went to primary school, went to secondary school, and then those that we call our best friends, most especially teenagers and those in their 20s, those that we call our best friends are basically those who went to the same primary school together or the same secondary school together or grew up in the same neighborhood together. And we have not proactively examined or evaluated why they are friends. Of course, we don't have with our family members. I mean, we're born into that family. We don't have not choose our families per se. Yeah. But directly or indirectly, we choose our friends. Consciously or unconsciously, we choose our friends. Now, a lot of us choose our friends, our associates, only based on such metrics as, oh, we went to the same primary school together. Whether the person has real value to communicate or to bring into our life, we have not really looked at it from that angle. We're just emotional. We're just emotional about it. We're just, based on the fact that, oh, I've known this person for 22 years, or and all that. I've known this person for the past 10 years. That is what that it is upon on that basis that we have chosen kind of associates, the kind of friends that we have right now. And if we do not, which leads me to relationship evaluation. You see, once you actually check your self-worth, you check your self-worth, you define yourself, measure it, and you know that, okay, this is my self-worth. And your self-worth is more or less like the compass to upgrading that self-worth, that current self-worth. You want to upgrade it, yeah? It's going to be your current compass, excuse me, for going to the next level, for taking your self-worth to the next level. And the only way is through social interactions with other human beings. So once you have defined your self-worth, you should now go ahead to evaluate your relationship, the relationship you're currently in. Per time, there should be mutual value in every relationship you're in. There should be mutual value. If it is one-sided relationship, something is wrong. Mutual value has to do with win-win. It's a win-win approach to life. If relationship with you, and I'm the one always contributing, the ratio should not be more than 70-30. As a matter of fact, it should be 50-50. But at least it is permissible if it is 60. It is permissible if it is 70-30. But when it's now 100-0, that's terrible. 90-10, that's not nice. That's not good enough. You have to now proactively measure, evaluate the relationship you're in, every relationship, including the family, your family members. No family member should have the right to say, oh, we are blood, so they can just be a liability to you. There are basically two types of people in this world. Yeah. Assets and liabilities. You're either an asset or you're a liability. You're an asset if you have invested in yourself to the point where you have recognized your self-value. You have actually invested to the point where you now have built up a valuable personality, a recognizable, valuable personality. You now have self-worth, and other people actually acknowledge that you have self-worth. You see, that's an asset. A liability is someone who have never proactively invested in themselves, invested in their evolution, the evolution of their intelligence, their competency, their career path, investing in their capacity to power their career path, for instance. Beggars, people who are always, coming to you to always beg you for money, those guys are most of the time liabilities. Yeah. So whether the person is a family member or a spouse or a friend, there are two types of people in this world: assets and liabilities. And you can be an asset to the relationship that you're in. So it's not just about other people, as it's also yourself. That's why I started with self-worth. If you do not have self-worth, if you have not proactively been investing in yourself, in your capacity, in the evolution and the upgrade of your intelligence, of your consciousness, you are most likely a liability as well. And of course, liabilities are potential assets. Until a liability sees himself or herself as a liability and then tells himself or herself that, okay, I have to do something about it, because every liability is a potential asset. Every human liability is a potential asset. You can start cultivating your path to becoming an asset anytime you wake up from your slumber of being a liability. Yeah. But there are a lot of people who are fortunate to have had, good parents, enlightened eldership, that right from when they were, kids, they have been cultivating their part. They're helping to cultivate their parts on the part of, becoming an asset. So you meet such people, it's almost like, you don't necessarily have to do anything for them. They're assets. They've been cultivated into assets. So they're always valuable. They always offer, value to your life. They always bring value to your life. So you have to evaluate your relationships, all your relationships with your parents, relationship with your friends, relationship with your religious place of worship, relationship with your colleagues at work, relationship with your business associate. You have to evaluate it. That is the only way you are going to pivot your social standing, which definitely will affect your economic standing as well. Part time, it doesn't matter who. If you and I are going to cultivate a relationship or start cultivating a relationship, whatever kind of relationship, whether it is business relationship, social relationship, even romantic relationship, I'm always going to ask myself, what value am I bringing to this relationship? And then I'm going to go ahead to ask you, what value are you bringing to this relationship? What peculiar value are you bringing to this relationship? If we don't define it, then we're just going to be wasting each other's time. Yeah. Social relationships can take your life to unthinkable heights if you are very, very intentional about cultivating it. If you're very, very intentional about wielding it. It's a weapon, really. Social relationship is a weapon. Is an instrument for navigating the path of your existence. But if you are not proactively wielding it, if you are not even learning how to use the weapon, you will just find that you are just on the sideline of life, basically, and you are not really making the kind of quantum leap progress that you have the capacity, the inherent capacity to make. So like I said, we're not going to be taking too much time today. So social relationships is what today's episode is about, and I don't know if anybody has any question. Does anybody have any question? Does anybody have any question? So every Sunday we're gonna be having this. If you're just joining us, don't worry, there'll be a rebroadcast so you can watch it again. Today's episode was about social relationships, how to powerfully cultivate your social relationships, how to leverage social relationship in a way that you have never leveraged before. The simple things you can put in place to be able to, change the outcome of your social relationships and be able to profit from your social relationship the legitimate way. So does anybody have any question? But for those who are just joining, I know you need to, listen again. And if you have any question, just drop it in the rebroadcast. There's going to be a rebroadcast. Just drop it there, and I'll answer the question. Yeah. So next week Sunday we're going to be having another one. We're going to be having it every Sunday. Yeah, Frank Asowata says not 50-50. Social relationship most times is not 50-50. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 50-50 really. But the thing is, at least let it not be more than 70-30 ratio. It should not be more than 70-30 ratio. I know some men who are fleecing their wives. They are the ones, they are carrying like 80%, 90% responsibility in their marriage. And it's not necessarily because maybe the man had some misfortune, it's basically because the man has become so lazy. I know some men like that, 50-something years old men, 60-something year old men, just laid back, and they're allowing their wives to be the ones to shoulder all the burden of the family, And I know a lot of ladies too, who literally, put all of their life on their husband. They're not asking themselves, okay, I'm in this marriage. Okay, I've given birth. So what proactive thing what am I contributing to this relationship? What am I contributing to this marriage? Is it just to cook? Yeah. And then to clean, to ensure that the house is in order? If that is a measurable value, then so be it. Yeah. But everybody must be able to define what value that they are bringing to the relationship. It's a relationship if there are at least two people involved. So if two people are involved, then definitely you should. I can't be in a relationship where I'm contributing 30%. It will just not happen. It won't happen. It will be at least 50%. It's either it's at least 50% or it's 50 plus percent. Because I'm like, okay, I have to really, really contribute to this relationship. I have to be valuable. I have to demonstrate that truly I have self-worth and I'm a valuable contribution. Yeah. Yeah, but of course, the thing is, the reason why it's not 50-50 most times is because most of the time we do not clearly spell out these things. We don't clearly spell it out. You see a guy wanting to go into a relationship with a lady, or you see a lady wanting to go into a relationship with a guy. They just go into the relationship on the back of assumption. Nothing. They didn't sit down to ask some questions. What's your life history about? What's your life pursuit? What are your dreams? What are your visions? What are your ambitions? What kind of family do you want to build? Or what kind of relationship do you want to build? What kind of relationship? All those kind of questions. How they ask them, because a lot of people have this, insecurity around, oh, let me not ask those kind of questions so that the person will not leave. So if the person leaves, so be it. You just know that the person is a mediocre-minded person. It's just that simple. Yeah. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? You can see that I'm not making this live broadcast too long. Okay. Basically, I actually want to come live so that we can interact. It's not just about me wanting to come pour my knowledge on you. No, that's not it. It's whatever I say at the beginning is just, you can even interrupt me 5 minutes into the live with your question. This is, of course, yeah, it's partly about me because I'm trying to communicate my most involved thoughts, but it's not just about me. It's because I want to be able to use that to create a spark, use that as a spark plug for creating that spark of question of, oh, okay, let me ask this question, then we can interact. Yeah, that is what the Sunday School interaction series is about. So if you have any questions around the concept of the human soul, the concept of the human spirit, the concept of the human body, you'll be shocked at how ignorant a lot of people are about their body. The concept of social relationships, the concept of spirituality. That is what this Sunday School interaction series is going to be bordered upon. So yeah. So any question? Any question? If there's no other question, then within the next 2 minutes, I'm going to be ending the live broadcast. But I want to say a very big thank you to all of you that joined. Some were joining and, jumping off, jumping off. But it's okay. I don't have a problem with that. So, but I thank you for joining, and I would like you to help me spread the word. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this, for you and I. I want to use it as a medium to, connect more with you and interact more with you. Yeah. So help me spread the word. Every Sunday, 11 a.m. for 30 to 45 minutes, we'll have this interaction. There'll be, and then if you want, if you have any specific topic, within this sphere, this scope of discussion, you can send me a DM and then we can look into, having that topic for our next episode. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining. I really, really appreciate you guys for joining. For those who joined late, watch the broadcast, and if you have any question, just drop it in the comment section and I would do justice to it. Thank you guys. Salute to you guys and have a most beautiful week.